Hello there everyone, Jedi Brick here. Before we start today's episode, I just want to let you guys know that there are going to be some spoilers for the latest episode of Ahsoka, so if you haven't seen that yet, please go watch that, then come back to this video. I do not want to spoil anything for you guys, so I'm going to move my hand in 3, 2, 1. And here we have a few of the characters that appeared in this week's episode of Ahsoka, and I'm going to show you guys how I built each of them, so let's get right into it. So I'll start off here with two minifigures that I haven't changed since the last time, like I showcased them and everything. Here is Sabine and Grand Admiral Thrawn. You can see I didn't change anything to these minifigures at all. I added those arm-printed arms to Sabine from Mandalorian Din Djarin, and that's pretty much all I did in that minifigure. I did add the green lightsaber, which she came with in that T6 shuttle set, and for Grand Admiral Thrawn, epaulets and the dual molded legs. Didn't add anything to either of these minifigures just because I think they're pretty good how they are. So let's move on to another minifigure. So here is another minifigure I kind of made a video on already. He was in my last Ahsoka showcase. Here's Ezra Bridger. I didn't really change anything. I did change up the hairpiece though that I used for him. I used this long hair. I don't know where I got it from, but it has come in a couple places. It's not that hard to find. I did want to just change up what I used from the last time, and the other change that I made was, of course, adding the lightsaber. He did kind of rebuild Kanan Jarrus' lightsaber, and he now does have a blue lightsaber, which I think is really cool. The one thing I'm not really sure about is how did he get the kyber crystal that powers the lightsaber, unless he just had another one on hand. They didn't really say anything about it either, because I don't know, unless Huyang has a bunch of crystals on the ship, but I'm not really sure how he was able to do that. It is really cool, though, how he paid tribute to his master by building his lightsaber for him to use. So the next figure here I also made a separate video for, but I just wanted to show her again. Here is Ahsoka the White, as I like to call her, where she has the white robes instead of her gray from the beginning of the show. What I did was I used the legs and the torso from Rey from the Rise of Skywalker, put on some white arms there, some orange hands to match her head, and the head and the head tails are from the AAT version of Ahsoka, just because I like the length of those ones a bit more than the shorter ones, because they are pretty long in the show, so I just think that it looks nicer. And I did give her both of the lightsabers, with each having its own curved hilt, even though one of them does get destroyed in this week's episode. So the next two minifigures I'll show at the same time. We have the zombie night troopers. I was really excited to see how they portrayed these guys in the show, how they are just like dead stormtroopers who are revived and everything. I just think that's so cool, and it was kind of horrifying in a way. And now they're going to the normal Star Wars galaxy, and that's what was in those catacombs, all those tombs and everything, a bunch of undead stormtroopers and everything. I just think that's really, really cool. But I did make a little thing about the stormtrooper already, but I did change up adding a red arm right there. I didn't change the head or anything, just because I wasn't sure what to add. I guess that's the head that I put on for the first one. But anyways, here's the Death Trooper, which was a brand new character we saw in this week's episode. Really cool seeing the Death Troopers again. So what I did is I used the normal torso, helmet, arm, and one leg and hip from the regular Death Trooper, and I just put on a red arm and a red leg. Let's see what's underneath this one. Oh, just the normal angry clone face. So the final minifigure we have here is Morgan Ellsworth, something like that. I don't know, but she kind of turns into an actual Night Sister, which kind of explains why we didn't see her as Night Sisters typically look in Star Wars, before this episode. There was some ritual or something. I'm not really sure what that was about, but this wasn't a too difficult of a minifigure to make. I don't have the official Morgan minifigure to create this, so what I did is I used the dress piece and the torso from Jafar from the second Disney CMF series, and I put some white hands on there, And for the head, I used one of the original Asajj Ventress heads because she's also a Night Sister. I don't really like the way that looks. I think the newer version from like 2015 would work better just because it's a more modern, not like the weird Clone Wars proportions and everything. I think that one would look nicer. So if you have that one, I would recommend using that one, but I don't. So this is the best that I could do. And for the hair, like I said, I don't have the official minifigure, but I just used this kind of dark blonde bun piece. I think that looks pretty good for the character. And for the sword, I just used one of these swords from Ninjago. It kind of has that curved look that the one in the show had. And that is how you can build the new characters and some of the variants from this week's episode of Ahsoka. I really liked this week's episode. I thought it was pretty good. The ending kind of surprised me a little bit with Ezra going back to the normal galaxy, meeting up with Hera and the rest of the Rebel Alliance. I don't know how I feel about Ahsoka and Sabine being stranded on the planet, but she was called a Ronin, which is really cool. So I think she might be our first gray Jedi we see in the Star Wars canon, and I think that's pretty exciting. But I hope they do find a way to get home, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Really excited. I believe there is a season 2, like there is going to be one, but I'm really excited to see what they do with Thrawn in the future of Star Wars, as he is the heir to the Empire now. Maybe we'll see Luke Skywalker come in, and we'll get a little bit of stuff from the original Legends books, but I don't know, that's all pure speculation, but I'm really excited to see what they do with that. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I also hope you enjoyed the latest episode of Ahsoka, because I sure did. But with all that said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.